Good morning, students. In last class, you learnt about multiple alleles. In this class, you are going to learn about the topic self-sterility in Nicotiana. What does mean by Nicotiana? Nicotiana is a tobacco plant, commonly called as tobacco plant. Self-sterility means that the pollen, that is pollen means a male part of a flower unable to germinate the female part, that is stigma of a same flower, is called as a for self sterility. So here the pollen of the same plant is unable to germinate the stigma of the same plant, is called as a self sterility or self incompatibility. In plants, multiple alleles have been reported in association with a self-sterility or self-incompatibility. The self-sterility means that the pollen from a plant is unable to germinate on its own stigma. Stigma is a landing surface of a pollen grains. So the same pollen unable to germinate on the same flower stigma and will not be able to bring about fertilization. What does mean by fertilization? The fusion of male and the female gamete does not take place in such a plant of the same ovule of the same plant is called as a self-sterility or self-incompatibility. Self-sterility or self-incompatibility is a very important two-mark question. What is meant by self-sterility? The pollen from a plant is unable to germinate its own stigma and will not able to bring about fertilization in the ovule. Ovule is a female part of the flower. Pollen is a male part of the flower. So unable to germinate on the same plant is called as a self-sterility. So self-sterility was first observed by yeast in Nicotiana. That is due to multiple alleles in Nicotiana which are responsible for self-incompatibility or self-sterility. The genes for self-incompatibility can be designated. It is expressed in terms of capital S, which has the allelic series of about S1, S2, S3, S4 and S5. S1, S2, S2, S3, S4 and S5 is responsible for the sterility, self-incompatibility or self-sterility in plants. The structure of a ovule, stigma, pollen tube from the pollen grain, ovary part, ovule, there is embryo sac. Suppose if the flower carries a S1 and S2 sterility factor, and the pollen from S3 and S4 means it is able to germinate the pollen grain. So suppose the same self-sterility pollen falls into the same stigma means it is unable to germinate. S1 and S2 are unable to germinate the same flower stigma. So the pollen from the same flower, that is S2 and S1, a stigma of the same plant S1 and S2 does not unable to germinate its own pollen tube, is called as a self-sterility. In Nicotiana, that is self-pollination is not possible. What is self-pollination? The transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma of the same flower. So here there is no fertilization that takes place on the same flower. Pollen fall on to the same flower stigma. It is called as a self-incompatibility. The cross fertilization. Cross fertilization means that is the germination of pollen tube of different flower takes place. The cross fertilization tobacco plants were not also homozygous. Homozygous means the same type as if S1 S1 or S2 S2, but all the plants were heterozygous as that is S1 and S2, S2, S3 and S4, S5 and S6. When the cross is made between the different S1 and S2 plant, the pollen tube did not develop normally. That is, the crosses were made between the different S1 and S2 plant. The pollen did not develop normally. That is, Suppose if S1 and S2 plant, the pollen grain is S3 and S1 means the S1 pollen does not germinate in this plant. Effective pollen tube development was observed when crosses was made with the another other than S1 and S2 for example S3 and S4. Suppose if the plant possesses S1 and S2 stigma, the pollen are S3 and S4 means here the germination takes place. If it is the same type of pollen grain falls onto the same stigma means it is unable to germinate in this plant. It is called as a self-sterility or self-incompatibility. In female plant, it carries suppose S1 and S2. In male pollen parent, the possibilities are S1 and S2. If falls onto the stigma means it causes self-sterility. That is, the pollens are unable to germinate the same female flower. Suppose if S2 and S3 means here S3, S2 possible and S3 and S1. If it is S3 and S4 means the possibilities are S3, S1, S3, S2, S4, S1, S4 and S2. Similarly, the female S2 and S3, if S2 and S3 pollen falls onto the same flower means it is caused as self-sterility. But the other stigmas are germinate. But other pollens are germinate on the stigma. Suppose S3 and S4 means if same type of a pollen falls onto the stigma means it causes self-sterility. The others are germinate and produces the fertile individuals. When crosses were made between a seed plant with S1 and S2 and pollen parent seed parent means a ovule, that is female, and the pollen means male with S2 and S3, two kinds of pollen tubes were distinguished. Pollen grains carrying S2 were not effective because here the S2 is present. If S2 pollens are not germinate, it causes self-sterility. But the S3 can germinate. But the pollen grain carrying S3 were capable for fertilization. So suppose if S2, S1 and S2, here S3 and S4 are present, both are different, but here germinate. But S1 and S2 means in the S1 not able to germinate, it causes self-sterility, but S3 can germinate, effectively germinate, and fertilization is occur with the S1 or S2 ovules. A crosses between S1 and S2 into S3 and S4, all the pollens were effective and four kinds of progenies were resulted. That is S1 and S2 is crossed with S3 and S4. Here we get a four different kind of progenies we acquire. Progeny means young ones are obtained. That is S3, S1, S3, S2, S4, S1 and S4 and S2. A cross is made between the different male parent and different female parent. That is S1 and S2 crossed with S3 and S4. We obtain four different progenies at the end of the cross. Same combination, that is at the end of the class we obtained four progenies. Similarly, if S2, S3 is crossed with the S1 and S2 means we get two different progenies. S3 and S4 are crossed with the S1 and S2 means same four different progenies we obtained. So if the male part carries a different, that is S1 and S2, female, if it is S3 and S4 means we get four different progenies. That is young ones we obtain four. Different pollen falls onto a different flower. We get a four different combination of progenies at the end of the class. Sex determination in plants. So the X and Y chromosomes are different from the spermatic chromosomes. The X chromosomes carries femaleness and the Y chromosomes carries a maleness character. About 94% of the flowering plants have only one type of individuals which produces flowers with a male organ, that is stamens. It is also called as staminate. flowers, and the female organ, the carpels and pistillate. Such a plants are termed as a sexually monomorphic plant. Monomorphic means if it carries a individuals of male organ and female organ on the same plant is called as but the different flowers are called as a monomorphic single morphological. Some of the 6% of flowering plants have two separate sexes are called as a dimorphic. If the male plant and the female plant on different plants are called as flowers produced on the different plant are called as a dimorphic. If the male flower and the female flower are present on the different plant is called as a dimorphic. What does mean by monomorphic? In some plants, the male organ that is staminate and the female organ that is pistillate are present on the different flowers on the same plant is termed as a monomorphic. Dimorphic means the two separate plants are present, male plant separately and female plant separately. Male plant produces only male flowers, that is a staminate flowers, and female plant produces only pistillate flowers are called as a dimorphic. Di means two. Two morphologically different plants are produced. The male plant produces flowers with the stamens, that is staminate, and the female plant produces flowers with the pistillate. For example, papaya plant. The male plant produces only male flowers and the female plant produces only female flowers with carpels only. So the scientists are studied the mechanism of sex determination in plants. C.E. Allen discovered sex determination in plants, that is sex differentiation in the plants. Sex determination is a complex process. It is determined by genes. The genes, the environmental and hormones. These things determine the sex of the plants. So sex determination in Silence latifolia. It is the old name of Silence latifolia is, that is former name of Silent latifolia is Melanodrum album. It is of controlled by three distinct regions in a sex chromosomes. There are three different regions are present in its genes for sexual characters. One is Y chromosomes determines maleness, that is male flower, and the X specifies the femaleness, female flower, and X and Y shows the different segments. It is either a male or a female. In sex determination in Silence latifolia, there are three different regions are present in the sex chromosomes. Y represent the maleness, X represent the female, and X and Y represent the different segments in this plant. The next topic is sex determination in papaya. Papaya plant shows two different type of flowers in different plants. It is a dioecious plant. So have I discovered sex chromosome in papaya? Binomial for papaya is carica papaya. It carries the chromosomes of diploid 36, 2n equal to 36 chromosomes. Papaya has 17 pairs of autosomes, that is 34 autosomes and one pairs of sex chromosomes in male papaya having a X and Y chromosomes. A pair of 6 chromosomes like human being, X and Y chromosome represent a male character and the female plant carries XX chromosomes. But unlike human sex chromosomes, in papaya, the sex chromosomes are look like autosomes. In human being, the sex chromosome shows different structure, but in papaya, the sex chromosomes are also look like the autosomes. It is a envelope evolved from, that is in papaya plant, the sex chromosomes are evolved from the autosomes, so they are look like the autosomes. The sex chromosomes are functionally distinct, but they are functionally distinct because the Y chromosomes carries the genes for the male organ development and the X chromosomes are carries the development of female organs. So though they are derived from the autosomes, they are functionally different from the autosomes because the Y chromosomes represent the male characters of the plant, and the X chromosomes represent the female character of the plant. So how I discovered 6 chromosome in papaya. The number of chromosomes in papaya is in diploid 2n equal to 36. 36 in papaya has 17 pairs of autosomes and 1 pairs of sex chromosomes are there. The sex chromosomes are X and Y for male and XX for female. Unlike human, their structure is different. So they are derived from the autosomes. So they are similar to that of the autosomes. The sex chromosomes are functionally distinct than the autosomes because the X chromosomes bears the female organ developmental gene, and Y chromosomes carries the male organ developmental gene. In papaya plant, the sex determination is controlled by 3 alleles. They are small m, capital M1 and capital M2 of a single genes. So in papaya, the sex determination is controlled by 3 alleles. They are small m, capital M1 and capital M2 of a single genes carries the sex determination. Genotype means genetic makeup. Small m, dominant or recessive character. Homozygous, small m is a recessiveness. So the homozygous recessive, it restrict maleness. The maleness character does not expressed in this plant, which carrying the genotype of small m. Only the sex of the plant is a female papaya plant. So if small m, it is homozygous recessive character, it restrict the maleness character. Maleness character does not appear because the flower plant is a female plant. Capital M1 and small m1, it is in a heterozygous condition. It induces maleness. That is, capital M1 and small m induces maleness and it causes a sex of the plant is male plant. Capital M2, small m, heterozygous. It induces both the sexes, male and the female, but the plant is rarely bisexual plant. Bisexual plant are rarely produced in the papaya plant. Capital M2 and small m, heterozygous. It induces both the sexes, male and the female. Bisexual flowers plant are produced, but they are rare in nature. If the genotype is M1, capital M1, homozygous, or capital M2 homozygous, capital M1 and capital M2, that is heterozygous. Here the all are dominant genes. It is invaluable plant. The plant is unable to make a fertile individuals. So they does not produce as a fertile sex organs. So the plant is naturally sterile in nature. Sterile plant are produced by the genotype of capital M1, capital M2, capital M2 or capital M1, capital M2. If the genes are in a heterozygous or homozygous dominant condition, the plant is sterile in nature. It is unable to produce a fertile individual. Sterile plant are produced. If capital M2 and small m means it produces a bisexual plant. The bisexual plant are very rare in papaya. If it is recessive character small m means it produces female. If capital M1 and small m means it produces male plant. X chromosomes represent female. Whereas the Y chromosomes represent male plant. In papaya, the male and the female plant are different. Male plant produces the stamens and female plant produces the pistillate flowers. The next topic is sex determination in Sparocarpus. The Sparocarpus plant is a bryophytes. What is meant by bryophytes? The plants which lives in both water and land is called as called as amphibians. The bryophytes are also called as amphibians of plant kingdom. The sex determination was first discovered in bryophytes, Sparocarpus donoli, which has a heteromorphic chromosomes. Heteromorphic means two different type of chromosomes are seen in the plants. The gametophytes of these plants are haploid in nature. Haploid means it carries a half a set of chromosomes. The gametophytes are haploid and also heteromorphic. They possess two different type of morphological plants. The male gametophyte as well as the female gametophyte possess a haploid organism which is having a half a set of chromosomes. It carries a n equal to haploid number of chromosomes is 8. Whereas the sporophytic plant is diploid in nature, it carries the 2n equal to 16. The diploid sporophyte is always heterogametic. It is also heterogametic. It also produces two different type of gametes. 7 autosomes are similar. In this totally haploid set of chromosomes are 8. Among these 8 chromosomes, 7 autosomes are similar in both male and the female. But the 8th chromosomes of the female is X, which is larger in size. The 8th chromosomes of female is a X chromosomes, which is larger in size than the 7 autosomes. Whereas in male, the 8th chromosomes is Y, which is smaller compared to the other autosomes. So in this plants, there are 8 chromosomes are present. Among the 8, the 7 autosomes are smaller, whereas the 8th chromosomes of the female is X, which is a larger than the other autosomes. In male, the Y chromosomes, which is the 8th one, is a smaller compared to the other autosomes. The sporophyte contain both the X and Y combination. It produces two types of meiospores. The sporophytic generation produces meiospores, that is spores that is with X and other with the Y chromosomes. The meiospores with the X chromosomes produces female gametophyte, and with Y chromosomes produces a male gametophyte. So the sporophytic generations always produces spores. From that spores, the gametophytic generation arises. So the spores, there are two type of spores are produced by the sporophytic generation, which are called as meiospores. The meiospores, which carries the X chromosomes, produces the female gametophyte. Where it carries Y chromosomes means it produces male gametophyte. The next topic is sex determination in maize. Z maize or maize is an example for monoecious plant. Monoecious means the plant which possesses male and the female on the same plant is called as a monoecious. That is, male flower separately, female flower separately present on the same plant is called as a monoecious plant, which means the female and the male flowers are present on the same plant. Tassel is a male flower and ear or cub is a female flower. There are two type of inflorescence. The terminal inflorescence, which bears a staminate. Staminate means male flowers and develop from the shoot apex. Apical part means tip of the plant. Apical meristem is called as a tassel. The tassel is the staminate flowers, that is male flower. The lateral position, the lateral inflorescence, which is pistillate florets. Florets means flower. They are pistillate. Pistillate means it carries pistil, female. From the axillary bud is called as ear or a cub. Unisexuality in maize occurs through the selective abortion. Either a male is a sterile or a female is a sterile, means it causes unisexuality in maize plant. Of stamens or in ears. Stamens or in ears, that is the ears, the female part does not possess a stamens. If it is present means it is mostly staminode, sterile in nature. And in tassel, similarly, the pistils in tassels are sterile in nature. A substitute of two single gene pair is Ba for barren plant. Barren plant means they are absolute lack of even female initials or the cub is not present. It is due to the 5 non-allelic genes in maize that get mutated. It happens. The barren plant is a complete lack of the female plant. That is, female flowers in the plant is called as a barren plant, and TS for tassel seeds makes the difference between the monoecious and the dioecious. The dioecious are very rare in this maize plant. The alleles for barren plant when homozygous makes the stalk staminate. makes the plant only staminate flowers are seen. Here the female flowers are absent in barren plant. Staminate by eliminating the silk and ears. That is, silk and ears are eliminated. Only the stalk of staminate is present in this flower plant. The alleles for tassel seeds, TS, transfer tassel into a pistillate structure that produces an pollen. Here, due to the lack of air, it produces the pollen. It is due to this happens, that is unisexuality in maize happens due to gibberellin biosynthesis. The gibberellin, what is gibberellin? Gibberellin is a growth hormone present in the plants which causes cell division and also cell elongation in the plants. The gibberellin plays an important role in the expression of stamens, that is male character, in florets on the ears. Ears means the female part. In female flower, the expression of male flower is controlled by the or suppressed by the gibberellin. The gibberellin is a growth hormone which is present in the plants which causes cell division and cell elongation in this maize plant. The sex determination in maize. Genotype, that is genetic character, Ba. If it is a Ba means barren plant which does not having a female character, it is considered to be a male. Double recessive, both are double recessive, lacks the silk, that is silk means a ear on the stalk, but it transferred tassel to the pistil. Here there is no ear or silk is present. The pistil is sterile in nature. The sterile pistil, the tassels falls onto means the sex is rudimentary female. Rudimentary female means it is considered to be a male plant. The plant is considered to be a male plant. Rudimentary means false. Sterile female. They are due to lack of ears or cub. If it is TS, that is tassel, it is also double recessive. The plant also rudimentary female. Ba and TS plus, that is recessive and dominant. It lacks a silk and having a tassel only. Silk is absent, that is female part is absent. It is all the sex of the plant is male. Ba plus and TS plus double dominant plus represent the dominant character. Have both the tassel and cub. It is monoecious. The plant is a monoecious. That is, it possesses the male and the female different flowers on the same plant. Male flowers on the terminal part and female flowers on the lateral part of the plant. Ba plus and TS, that is dominant and recessive, bears cub and lacks tassel. It bears a cub. Only female part of the flower is present, whereas the male is lacking. It is considered to be a normal female. The flower sex of the flower is a normal female. That is sex determination in maize plant.